So it's the last weekend in August 2010 and we're in the High Eifel in Germany at the NURBURGRING for the next round of the FIA GT4 European Cup. We're joined this weekend by the Dutch GT4 Championships. There's a big grid of cars. Alex rejoins Lucas in the number 1 car and I'm joining Jordan in the number 2 car.
I think at least one race will be wet. I'd like to have a parking session under the wet to try, because I don't want to start a race when it's wet and don't know what I'm supposed to do. So
all the team is looking forward to finishing in a good position this weekend.
Yeah, last time at Spa our car was perfect, fast enough to get the pole position in the class and looking really good for the race. And then literally an hour and a half into the race we had a very unusual failure with our clutch. So the car stopped on the circuit only 350 metres away from the entrance to the pit lane, but at Spa 24 hours, if the car gets stuck on the circuit, that's where it stays till 4 o'clock the next day. We haven't had a podium yet, and that's pressure for us, big pressure. We're just working towards it every single race.
Qualifying then, yeah, it was good. We're higher up than we were yesterday. We're 4th and 5th in the European Cup. Jordan's a couple of seconds away from my time. He doesn't know the track terribly well. He's never driven it in the dry before, so to be within 2 seconds of a half-decent professional driver, I think is pretty good. The weather here at the NURBURGRING changes from wet to dry in an instant. We'll deal with what we're given. We've run in the wet, we've now run in the dry. We've had worse, we'll deal with it.
Qualifying went well for me. Alex did very fast times. He starts in 4th for the second race tomorrow. So looking forward to have a good result, or maybe we can finish on the podium.
P4 overall, 9 minutes to go.
What a race is all I can say. Very, very tough conditions. Unfortunately, it rained about 20-25 minutes before the start of the race. We knew it was going to be wet tyres to start the race. Just at the start, the sun came out, so again, we knew it was going to dry. The call, it had to be wet tyres. We finished 5th in GT4, so extremely happy with that.
I mean, I was 25th at the start. I overtook some cars. Some were with the skid tyres at the beginning, so it was quite easy to overtake them. And the car just stopped. We don't know what happened yet. I had to retire and go back to the pits.
Tomorrow we start higher up the grid, much higher up the grid, and depending on what happens in the weather and whether we get that right and so on, we could have a good result.
So Sunday, day 2, another day. Bit of a disappointing one yesterday, but Alex starts the number 1 car today, and I start just behind him in the number 2 car. I've gambled with my engineers, and about 10 minutes ago we've decided to go to a full dry setup. Fingers crossed now it stays dry.
Making a hell of a racket. Yeah, okay, we'll retire it.
Well, second race here in Nürburgring. Alex did a dream start.
Had one of the best first laps of my career, actually. Had a fantastic start. I think I went out the inside of about 4 at the first corner. And then it was a big battle for 4th place overall, and then held station basically, and yeah, had a fantastic battle with the guys in front of me. and we unfortunately had a mechanical failure with the drivetrain of the car, so we had to retire it, which was a really big shame. You know,
we were in a perfect place to finish this weekend. We were leading GT4 European Cup. Hopefully we can sort all of these problems we are having these races before, and hopefully in Algarve we can have the same result than last year, our victories.
I struggled at the start, didn't have a great deal of straight line speed. I got hit, we got oil on the left rear tyre. Jordan had good pace, he's growing in stature as a driver, but let's say hard to be positive when you've got two poor results really. On to the next race.